Hi guys, I'm going to read a story today. It's called Leo the Late Bloomer. When I think of blooms, I think of flowers, and if something's blooming late, it would be blooming like a little later in the spring. Some like tulips and daffodils like to come up early in the spring, and then we saw the cherry trees and the magnolia trees, and now we're starting to really see the dogwood trees. So in all of that, the dogwoods would be the late bloomers of all the trees, but they all bloom exactly when it's their time to bloom. So let's look at what Leo learns as I read the story and see if we are going to get to see Leo bloom. Leo the late bloomer. Leo couldn't do anything right. And if you look at the way the illustrator showed Leo's face, he's not feeling so good about not being able to do anything right. He's looking kind of sad in the pictures. He couldn't read. Do you see Leo's face? But his friends are having success with reading, so they look like they're feeling a little happy, but Leo, not so much. He couldn't write, but Owl could write, and Elephant wrote, and Snake, and Plover, that's the name of the type of bird, and Crocodile. But when Leo tried, he was still having some trouble holding that crayon, getting it right. He couldn't draw. He was a sloppy eater. And he never said a word. Hoot, thrump, hiss, pip, crunch. But Leo was still very quiet. "What's the matter with Leo?" asked Leo's father. "Nothing," said Leo's mother. "Leo's just a late bloomer." "Better late than never," thought Leo's father. Every day, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. There's his dad hiding, and Leo's just hanging around. And every night, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. "And you're sure Leo's a bloomer?" asked Leo's father. "Patience," said Leo's mother. "A watched bloomer doesn't bloom." So Leo's father watched television instead of Leo. The snows came. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. So that was winter. Then one day, in his own good time, Leo bloomed. He could read, he could write, he could draw, he ate neatly. He also spoke. And it wasn't just a word, it was a whole sentence. And that sentence was, "I made it!" So we got to see that Leo learned everything in his own time. And that's just the way all of us humans learn. And so, why don't you ask someone in your family tonight, like, how old were you when you started to walk? And how old were you when you started to talk? And what was your first word? And how many of your letter sounds do you know? Are you able to put letters together and make words? Why don't you try and practice some letters tonight? It's great to see you guys. And I can't wait till Osage School opens again. Mwah. Miss you.